the day that myself and probably you guys have all been waiting for. What's going on, guys? Brandon Hudden here. Hope you're having a great day. It is the 14th of December and today I'm going to be meeting up with my coach that I've been working with for the past like 2 to 3 months now, Greg Doucette. You may subscribe to his channel. He's actually about 20 minutes away from my apartment right now. He's essentially going on holiday tomorrow and had to stop by in Toronto because his girlfriend has family here. We're going to utilize his time in Toronto while I'm here to answer some questions and hit a workout together at Pure Muscle and Fitness, the gym that I've been training at, the gym that I went to train at with Chris. We have never worked out together. He hasn't seen me in person since July, so hopefully he has like good words to say. Hopefully he doesn't say, Brandon, you've got a lot smaller since the last time I saw you, because that would just be, well, that would just hurt my feelings. So exciting things to come. He should be here very, very soon, but sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. As you can see, guys, we are back in Toronto in the Airbnb that me and Brittany have both been staying in. Pretty sad to say, we're actually only going to be in Toronto for another 3 days because I'm going back to the UK to spend Christmas, New Year's and my birthday with my family back in Birmingham from the 17th. So yeah, only 3 days left. It's crazy. The past 3.5 weeks have gone by so fast. I've just done so much while being in Toronto, which is one of the reasons I potentially briefly mentioned this in the last video, but I may potentially be coming back late January. All I have to do is find an apartment that I can lease for 6 months and a potential car to also rent for 6 months, because Ubering everywhere has become quite expensive, especially in Toronto when like traffic is super bad and you have to spend like 40 minutes in an Uber to go anywhere. Renting a car in the long term would definitely be a lot cheaper and a better option if I decide to come back here late January. There is still the option to get an apartment in London. I haven't really decided yet. Nothing is set in stone, but ever since I've been in Toronto, I've just been really enjoying life, having a great time. I'm super happy. There's an amazing gym with a great community that I'm really sad to leave, and I wouldn't mind coming back to potentially spend more time here. I'm just sipping on one of these 3Ds. The red flavor is probably my least favorite flavor. It's still good, but I've drank all the other ones that I had. Ended up getting back from Ottawa pretty late last night. It was a 5-hour drive back into the city, and we ended up coming back at like 7 o'clock and traffic wasn't the best, so caffeinated beverage was definitely necessary to start the day. Otherwise I'd probably still be in bed right now, which wouldn't be ideal because Greg just texted me and apparently he's downstairs right now. Greg and Ali are just parking their car outside. We're in Packed Kitchen, about to get in a pre-workout meal. We just spent the past 2 hours answering questions for 2 videos for Greg, and here he is, he's calling me right now. Hope they found parking. Hey, what's up, dude? I also sent you my current location to find out where the Impact Kitchen is. We just spent the past few hours recording 2 videos for Greg, but now we are just about to get a pre-workout meal because we're gonna head to the gym. And I have this cool idea of like working out, because I said I was gonna answer some questions with Greg as well, but I think I wanna intertwine the workout and the Q&A into just like one thing. So essentially we'll do a set, answer a question, and then go through the whole workout, working out and answering questions. So yeah.
I'm sick, so I'm taking shots.
And what's the shot?
Cayenne, oregano, lime, ginger, turmeric.
It smells really gingery.
What is that? Is that liquor?
It's a ginger shot.
It's a health shot?
Apparently.
Not for me. I'll stick with French toast.
The food just come in. We have some sweet potato, some beets, the secret pump, and then we have some salmon as well. Brittany has a bowl of rice and green stuff, and then Ali has the grass-fed burger, as well as Greg also has the grass-fed burger.
May I point out, this must be the child size. I can eat 6 of these. That to me is the best food on this. That's the most tempting. Except I would eat 5 times more of it. I start the salad with the bag of spinach, and then I put the chicken on it. Then halfway through I add more spinach because it uses up the dressing and stuff, and then I just add to it. I like a big, huge, heaping plate of like fiber. It fills me up.
I'm like totally different. I'm all for spinach. Like I do enjoy spinach, especially in omelets in the morning and like thickening it up like a wrap. I just don't like spinach not wilted personally. I just think it tastes too green.
The funny thing is, when I was a kid, I used to eat like complete crap all the time. I would skip breakfast and eat 2 plates of French fries at lunch, come home and eat peanut butter out of the jar. And I hated vegetables, I hated fruit. And then I did a diet for a bodybuilding show. And then I became a different person. Well, my dad was like, there's no way you could bodybuild because you could never eat those diets. I'm like, I could do it.
We just got in the gym. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna train because we are only gonna hit back. Greg has all the time in the world while in Mexico can train.
I'm on vacation.
He's going to Mexico, he can train whatever he wants. So we're gonna follow my split that he wrote for me today, doing things only according to plan.
Feels like we're in a club. Should be dancing.
The music's pretty sick here. How did you find out about Dr. Greg Doucette originally? I was just like going about prep and then I saw this reaction video to a cycle that I spoke about on my competition prep. He just completely roasting me. This cycle is stupid, you shouldn't be taking that. This guy should let me coach him.
And I had like no followers back then, so nobody knew who I was.
Well, a bunch of people sent me your video. It made me question what I was doing and whether it was the right thing for me. How did you actually hear about me first?
He's Brandon Harding. I'm like, well, I don't know who this guy is. And I'm looking him up. I'm like, man, he looks pretty good. But then I saw the cycle. I was like, this is horrible. And then we started talking in Toronto. And then I started following him. And it's like, it's awesome. So
yeah, the only reason that we know about each other is actually because of you guys. So you could be the reason that I get a pro card one day.
A storm is coming, but I'm prepared. I'll be gone for a while, but don't be scared. Right now, I don't know if I'll ever arrive. Where the grass is green, we're still alive.
first it's weird because like Ali, first time she did sumo, she's way weaker.
It was such like a new thing. I tried it in Boston. It was about a year ago now. I just felt so like off balance and weak.
It's such a different feeling in the legs.
Yeah.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul. Through the black hole. To make myself.
Don't want to hurt my knee. I'm not even worried about my back and my knee. Well, I'll quit while I'm ahead. No injuries.
Holy shit, man.
And that's what like warm up. Imagine doing a set of 50.
I don't know if you've been seeing like recently, I've been trying to like PR.
Get maxes, yeah.
You remember that 500 pound that wasn't really that heavy?
That you could have done 2 with, as long as it's safe.
I did say that in the previous video, that was just a snowboarding video with Chris, that I would like try and hit a PR deadlift because I PR bench pressed with 4 plates. I PR squatted with 500 pound, but I haven't tried a deadlift yet over 600 pound, which is just over 6 plates. But I'm not sure yet. I don't know how I feel. Because 5 plates went up pretty well, I don't want to like tax myself by doing 6 plates and then just trying to bump it up a little bit more. So we're just going to put 5.5 plates on right now, see how that feels. So I'm giving myself like the best shot at getting this. Nah. This is one of those times where I should like listen to my body. I wanted to like try and set out to like lift heavy, which is pretty much the only reason I'm deadlifting right now, because I said previously I would try and deadlift. If I was to listen to my body at the beginning of this session, it was trying to tell me, Brandon, today isn't the day that you're gonna hit a deadlift PR, but I tried it anyway like an absolute dickhead.
Well, not really. He put 545 on the bar as a hard warm-up set to see if the strength was there, so that makes it safe. You warm up and then you back off, that's smart. That's training smart.
Dude, your arm looks absolutely fucking massive. Look at that.
But if I tell you now, the sun dies out. 'Cause I can only give you my heart. When the darkest clouds begin to part, I hope I see you on the other side. I know that I'll be paying for the ride.
Alright, So just in between sets, when do you think you'll get your pro card? Only a matter of time. When do you think it will happen?
Within a year.
Within a year?
1 year max.
The goal is to go for my first pro card attempt in 2020. So like around September. It will be within the year if I win one of the shows that I do. But I'm gonna hope for 2020.
I mean, it all depends on who shows up. It could be the next show or the one after. If you have the freak of freaks shows up, can't control that. You can only be the best you can be. So as long as you're at your best, looking crazy,
yeah.
You know, that's the main thing.
Yeah, like Greg said, some freak of nature that's just a born classic physique competitor that had 1 year of lifting experience could come and just wipe me out. I've just got to give myself the best shot at taking that guy down by working hard every single day. So you can only do your best.
Yeah, that's good. You can power it up and then just take your time on the way down. I usually actually rest longer than this, but
We've got the whole gym to ourselves. We don't need to rest. Nice. Come on. Nice. Squeeze. Awesome. Getting it out's pretty easy. Like even though it's almost 4 plates, it's not that hard.
yeah, if you throw in another plate, I'd just kind of like cheat up a little bit more, and I'd have
It's nice because it just like goes with whatever motion your wrist wants to naturally go in.
That's good. Good squeezes.
This is almost like a question completely not to do with competing or fitness or anything. You're in a relationship.
6 years.
Right? I'm in a relationship. Greg, what relationship advice would you give to Brandon, if any?
Oh, I could give advice all day. Listen to what they say and do what they say. Literally have to listen, so you have to have it come in and register and then actually do it. That's really important. You got to be honest. So don't be like hiding your feelings or hiding what you really want to say. You have to be honest, because if you just bottle things up, 6 months go by and then all of a sudden you're gonna explode.
So
find similar interests so that you can like enjoy each other's company, because if you just do your own thing on the side all the time, you eventually can grow apart. So you want to do things that, maybe it's weightlifting, maybe it's drawing pictures, or maybe it's loving animals. Then you can get together and you have the same passion and you can grow together.
Greg's in the wrong job. Yeah, it's very
Did you hear that? Did you listen?
So
Yeah, it's easy to just hear it.
essentially, be emotionally available and be an open book. Share your feelings, speak, communication.
And find the passion to share together.
Find a passion to share together. Yeah, I think you're in the wrong job. I think you should be a therapist.
I do a little bit of everything.
We have a show in the UK called Jeremy Kyle, just like Dr. Phil, but less like...
I like Dr. Phil.
Right.
I used to watch it all the time.
You could do that.
Dr. Greg.
Dr. Greg, there we go. Moving on to a cable low row. I really like this, and one thing I've like started to adapt into me performing a cable low row is to not like lean back so much. I'm almost like hunching over a little bit more to like bring the mag grip into me, just to work like a different part of my back. 'Cause I've always done it like leaning back too much, but now I'll show you what I'm talking about. Heavy.
That was my warm-up. As heavy as my warm-up.
It's not a warm-up. All right, full stack.
The hardest part was getting it going, even though it's too heavy, but most people, like a lot of people would be like, oh, 8, that's a lot of reps. I'm always in my head thinking like 10 or more.
That's what people are used to. I mean, if you've been coming to the gym your whole life and 10 reps is like normal, and then if you just start implementing 20 reps into your routine, it's like this mind-blowing thing, but if you've always done it, it's so normal. Yeah, I'm in between like the 12, 15 for a heavy, but I never go really 20 reps, because I've never like...
I do a lot of partials to get...
I do it now, on your leg days.
Full on, but yeah. You started a lot easier than me.
So heavy. Definitely not as serious as relationship advice. Taking Clen before a holiday to Ibiza. Greg actually asked me what Ibiza was.
No,
Yeah.
Ibiza.
Ibiza. Whichever one it
I
is.
heard of it, but I wasn't sure what we were talking about when I first.
People go there to party, they go there for a week, they get messed up and they take a bunch of drugs, and you ideally want to like get in good condition when you go on like a lads. So do you think taking Clen for a lad's holiday is a good idea?
I mean, it's not a good idea, but it's probably not as dangerous as what you're gonna actually do at this party, right? So, I mean, honestly, there's much better ways, and Clen is only gonna boost your metabolism by maybe 100 and something calories a day, which is maybe walking a mile. So it's gonna help a little bit, but not as much as putting the freaking fork down. Yeah, it'll help, but at what expense?
Depending on like what you're actually going to Ibiza to do and activities
You only go to Ibiza for one reason.
I think after doing Clen and everything else, you're just gonna leave Ibiza.
Seems like you
just
want to
being a
get
completely
into it
different
as
person.
healthy as possible so that
Yeah,
you
like-
have a chance of survival. You like in a big ball field, like
No.
it's the name of a,
It's
of a
just-
club?
No.
No, Ibiza isn't an hour. You serious?
I just don't
Oh
know.
my
I
God.
knew.
I've never been to Ibiza. I've never actually been on like a lad's holiday before. I've never been like away with just the boys.
I'm up for it.
Me and
for
you in
sure.
Ibiza?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Is taking TREN a good idea to impress your crush at university?
Well, it depends.
Craig.
It's a good idea if you want to look really freaky and you don't care about your health, but it's a bad idea if you care about your health and you want to sustain this for the long term.
My unprofessional opinion here, I would say taking TREN for any woman or any reason that isn't stepping on stage, I think it's stupid.
They're bad.
If Greg says it's okay, then it's okay, right?
Can I get a say on this question?
Sure. Yes, you do. There we go.
My opinion is, if you want to impress your crush, don't take the drug that often makes men crazy and
Angry.
You have to be safe about it, but yeah, a lot of guys anecdotally, or just they'll tell me, they break up with their girlfriends over it. They're cheating on their girlfriends, they're too horned up, they're too aggressive, they're too angry, and they can't control themselves.
Horned
They wanna
up, that
fight.
is
It's
a
bad.
great way of explaining things.
You know, it really is. But does it work? Yeah, it freaking works like crazy. So it depends. I don't want to use TREN now because I'm older and I care about my health. If I was 22 and I was trying to impress a girl and I was like, didn't give a shit, I might do it. You know?
If you care about your life and live until the age of 50, I would not be taking drugs just to impress girls, because there are going to be a lot of girls in your life that you're going to be trying to impress.
I'm only 98 years old, but eventually my looks are gonna fade. You gotta have a personality to go with your looks.
Yeah, and TREN like makes you someone that you're not.
And if you're an asshole because you're taking TREN, well, that's not gonna impress them very much. It might impress them until they talk to you, and then 5 minutes later they're done and moving on to the nice guy.
Greg's a nice guy.
I try to be.
Speaking from experience, it is very hard to be the person that you are naturally when you've got this thing like chemically changing everything about what's going on in your mind, and you may not be able to be yourself. And you never know, you might miss out because the person you are yourself may be the person that girl may like. One thing about training back here that's really exciting is that, as you saw on the low row, they have the mag grips, which like not every gym has, which are really cool. So whenever a gym does have mag grips, you need to train back.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul. Through the black hole. To make myself whole again. I'm giving all up.
It's kind of hard to like answer questions and work out and like actually have your brain function efficiently when trying to work out. But we're finishing off with this rope pullover, and then we'll be reading off the, I think it's like five more questions, and then we'll call it a day.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul. Through the black hole. To make myself whole again.
This is your tibia, right?
Tibia and fibula up to here.
I have like
Almost all his heights in his shins.
3 inches. The only reason I'm taller is because of my shins, literally.
And that's exactly what we want for classic physique. Be more jacked than the upper body.
Biometrically built for plastic. There we go. If Greg believes in building muscle in a deficit, then why hasn't Brandon used this in his bulk?
You can build muscle in a deficit, doesn't mean you have to, doesn't mean it's optimal, doesn't mean it's ideal. So the goal is really to build as much muscle as possible while maintaining a similar amount of body fat. It's not like he's fat, he's lean enough. I don't preach everyone has to be 5% year round. I'm not even that lean.
The reason I'm not in a deficit throughout the entirety of my bulk is because although you can build muscle in a deficit, it's also not optimal, and I have like a limited time to try and beat my previous physique before I start prep again in April.
And the surplus is minor.
Very minor.
Yeah, not enough to get fat.
Is popcorn the key to becoming an IFBB pro?
Well, no, it's French toast.
If I'm eating popcorn on my next prep and I become a pro, then we can say it's the key. I'm not a massive fan of French toast.
I'll find something.
You find that okay? I mean, I like it, I just feel like I'm cheating. And mentally, like when I eat something sweet on prep, that will lead me onto eating something else sweet. Next question, this is for you. What separates you now from the elite level IFBB physique-wise? So what separates me right now from the pros?
All right, so basically size, A, and conditioning, B. So all you need to do is get more mass and be more shredded. He has the shape, he has some size, but he's not ginormous compared to like an IFBB pro. Chris Bumstead on stage at the Olympia is bigger than Brandon if Brandon were as lean as Chris. So he just needs a little bit more size, which comes with time. And then the conditioning just has to be like out of this world, mind-blowing. The most important thing is the symmetry to start with. So he has that. He has all the shape to become that way. You can't teach bone structure. You can't build bones wider. So he has the genetics for it. He just needs more time.
I like to think it's just time anyway, and not my genetic insufficiency. Your first reaction to Greg's video about your moronic cycle.
First reaction.
My first reaction. Me and Brittany watched it. It was hilarious. I think that was the first video of yours I saw, and it was absolutely ripping me apart, just bashing me. And to be honest, like it was a smack in the face, but of only reality, because it was something that I really needed to hear. I recognized that from like the second watching the video. I wasn't thinking like, oh, there's this guy online talking absolute shit about me. You were like giving me friendly advice, and you said that in the video. You were like, you hope that I see the video and almost like learn from it, and you were only trying to like help out. I feel like a lot of people that watch your videos, they don't realize that when you're being brutally honest, it's not because you're trying to like talk smack about someone or like beat them down or make them feel inferior. You're actually just trying to educate people very bluntly so they realize, because that's Greg's way of doing things. He's straight to the truth.
People that don't know me, they just watch a video, I get these comments all the time. I hate it, he's an ass, he's a this and that. Then I watch another dozen, I realize, no, that's just the way he is. This is how he uses his words. It's just, he has no tact, he just speaks that way. But it's like I care. I wouldn't do the video to just tear someone down for nothing. Yeah. I'm trying to help somebody. Sometimes I tear people down, but it's to help the other people watching the video.
And I knew that. When I saw the video, I was like, you know what? Speaking shit about me because he cares about me. That's why. There we go. From the doctor himself. From the kinesiologist, pharmacist,
non-doctor,
relationship advice giving bodybuilder, powerlifter,
old man, grandpa.
There we have it. The workout is complete. The Q&A is complete. I thought it'd be like quite like a different but cool, I don't know, way of doing things, doing a Q&A and a workout intertwined. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But right now we're gonna head back. It's about 10:30. Yes, we were in the gym a lot longer than intended, as we always do. There's something about Pure Muscle and Fitness that you come here and it's like a time warp. 2 hours goes by like that. We've literally been in here for 2 hours right now. It's all been fun. It's actually the first time me and Greg, like I said, have worked out together, and it's the second time we've ever even met. So obviously, like, although it's been a good workout, it's also been really good to catch up with Greg. But right now we're gonna say goodbye and then head home.